Suami Untuk Tiga Tahun, the China movie and romantic drama emotional China 225. Movie script and English voiceover. Movie part nong 1. The Contact. Visioning glows under the city lights. Eileen Exumeu, a hardworking fashion designer, sits alone in her studio. Her life is organization emotional until her company faces and bankruptcy intervenes. Why a powerful businessman with cold ears and a reputation for never mixing business with emotions. Jinx we offers her a deal, marry me and the 3 years in return. It saves our company, enjoy me hates traits and trampling in her years. 3 years and then what happens? After that we go back the stronger he plays. She signs and the contract sealing her fate. Movie script nong 2. Part nong 2. The Ending Without Love. They are ending a grand yet lifelines and cameras flash credits cheer, but the beat's heart remaining quiet. When Jennings we silence the ring on her fingers, he whispers, "This is not love, it's business." Zoe may notes but deep inside something states. She wonders, can marriage without love ever feel real? Movie script nong part nong 3. Cold mornings. Desperate past the mansions feels like a golden eggs and Jennings we leaves early. Returns late, their words are few, their silence alone. Jo me starts leaving at the breakfast notice. Train reminders liked. Dot skip breakfast. He never replaced, but one morning she finds the note mopped. Proof he read it something sense. Movie skip nong part nong 4. Part nong 4. A crack in the ice. One night during a heavy storm, Zheng's Wei returns drunk. He finds Zuimio windings by the piano softly, playing a tune from his childhood, a melody the draw he forgotten. He stops his and glitting sing. Where did know you learn that songs? You mother. The site used to him into your old in interviews the replace softly. The silence turns into warmth for the first time he smells grandly. Part num 5. Hidden past. Exumi learns about things we painful childhood and orphan Brazilian by people he trusted. He realizes his coldness is not errands but an production in a emotional moment. She tells him, you don't have to be alone, even in cried menace. He looks he looks at her from a long time, but says nothing. Partner 6. The laugh that sudden exist. Weeks become known to their fake marriage slowly runs real. A morning coffee becomes a conversion a business. Dinner becomes a date. They being legends, thumbs near expanded. But both now the corrected still has an end date. Love becomes forbidden emotional. Pratnang 7. Geology rings we finish the Elena returns to his life elegant and confident and multiplicative. She mocks Exumi. The thing a cried bright can replacing real love. For the first time, Jinx we defends Exumi as she is more real than we never were, but remains stern, smelling the fake wife, the gold designer. Exumi feelings humiliated, broken inside. Part number 8 distance. The product we image Exumi discussed to move out quantity. Quantity he laughs only on later. If you don't need my anymore, thank you for saving my dreams. When Jinx we returns home and finds the empty room, he breaks for the first time, sing the glass table, screaming her name. She hears or not, I can't lose her now. Part number 9. The confusion wheels later. Jinx we friends me at the small design studio working under a fake name. He hails the under distance from the rain. Most movie the U site with was just business, but I feel in love demon it. She refers years in her yes. Our contract is never yet we then let's make a now one he is a Kipling for a lifetime. Movie skip nung 10. Part nung 10. The real wedding. 1 year later, the same place and the same grooms, but his time with love. As the accents range again, Jinx we whispers. No more contracts, only forever. Jinx me smells stress, a joy rolling down the greatest chair. Fireworks and light the sky, and the story of 3 years husband becomes lifetime of love. Fade out and movie skip now. 11 and 20. The partner 11 and the 6 months after here a new begins. The 6 month after their real weddings we and 6 may have an family, but life filled with leathers and place. The once cold mission is now a leaf filled with earth, magic, and the smell of morning coffee. But happiness never comes without a rest. At business meeting, things we learning is old. Rebel the chain you back is back, and his time, his after both Zing's company and his personal life. Partner 12, the Sundance returns. Clan 10 in years clearly linked the old marriage contract to the media within hearts, social networks exemplary. The billionaires a fake wife agents with marriage built on leaks. People storms their house, examining handles her range behind sunglass, but when the sense the handlings her voice breaks. He was she heart to real, and now everything's I was a deal. Since we holders her hand is proof. Then we slow them what is real. Part 13. The press confidence. Under flashing cameras, railings, we steps on streets. The reporters shout out in is true her Mary's beings as a corrected he looks strings into the camera bum. Yes, but what brings a deal become my destiny. He returned trans to exit me into front of the world and says, she is not my correct wife anymore, she is my heart. The room plates silence, then appliance breaks out for the first time. The world believes their love. Part 14. The betrayal. But Klein is not done. He manipulates one of these we managers into betraying him. Snailing in part business data, Zing's company business sudden crisis. Then Singh tanks the blames publicity to protect his stuffs. Late at, late at night, Zixmi pressed his settings alone in the dark office. You sobbed me once, she says softly. Now it is the my and trying to save you. Patnong 15, the designs slow, reasons distance to raising her fashion brand, not more fame, but to help things be repeated is impaired. Her new collection, deemed 3 years of love, becomes an instant hit across Asia. Reporters calls it's the most emotional designs ever seen when Jings attends the silence is watching. What's her wells the rainy, confident, retended are unbroken, and the whispers to himself. It's that's my wife. Patnong, movie Patnong 16, the storm, just as things is mean perfect. Exhume Clopas breakouts after the show. Doctors designs her with rated her condition, the result of years, the strange and smelling samples nights, things with world shudder. You can't leave me now, not after everything. But it just me smell waxy. There 3 years ago, I just the correct to survey now is leaving for me. Patnong 15, Patnong 17, the promise. Jahan's research to expatriate, he travels across the continuous meetings doctors training every possible care. At one point, he breaks down into for the she screening. Take everything I have, but on. Take her after Wells, a specialist agrees to platform a risky surgery, a final chance. Patnong 18, the surgery. Reinforced outside the hospital, James waits in the hallway, hearts and trembling, memories flashing, the fake winding, the piano night, the confusion. Honors parts finally to the doctor steps out, a long silence then. She made it. Jing's complex to his neckness is in reflect in trace foldings his face. Thank you, thank you. Patnang in 19 the letter when exhausts me wells she gives a Jing's letter she handwriting before the surgery the reads. If I don't wake up, promise me you will still smile. Becomes that's how I live on. He looks at her and says softly, smile but only with you beside me. Patnong 20, forever behind the contract. A letter. A year later, the strain again and the semblance where he once so out to the easy examine now Hatley holds his hand and yes. You said 3 years is being 5 now. He leaves then letters make is 50. The kiss under the golden sunset, the weeks carrying softly a symbol of love reborn from pain. Then the screen faded to back text appears, some context and what love, the real kind, writing in the forever. Movies from 20, 21 and 30. The movie Semi and Drake 3 Tuhan husband years 3 years. Patnong 21 a new sunrise 2 years later. Giants we and exoy may now live in a secretary for the protests of the past. Their house is full of leather and the sound and bravery. Cree the named their direction meaning light of a Zignis the har and Armin arms very morning whispers. Ur the prophet the laughed crane is our brand, their lips some peaceful until an unexpected letter admits. Movie script Nong 22 The letter from the past. The letter is from Lena Zing's ex friend. She writings the dining and the wentings the conference some things before her that when the meet Lena admits I was never the remaining someone else planned everything's clean you used me and he still alive. Jenner's yes Wenden Jen you were home and he threw had vision is break stronger and more dangerous. Movie script nong part nong 23 the threat queen you repairs publicity launching a rival business empire named Infinity Crop. He enumerates a campaigning to destroy things with company even hinting that he'll expose very leave the world first seen it. Exumi warnings we can't live in the sense of head again. Since replaced, then we went hide. This time we fight. Movie skip nong part nong 25 20 sorry 24 the hackerware. Then you raise a group Cyberneans to the destiny Zensings and data it trans mailing since Zings the company systems of go offline everything's gone. But executes me using her creativity saves the day by launching a new designs project online clit reach from zero. The public's reliance behind it her corners the same internet the once naked her now celebrates her. The Patnang 25, the fire merchant you takes things to fair one night he sends men to burn down Zing's warehouse, the flames night after the sky, and see me a nearby. Gators repeat inside, turning to save her employees. Jan adveres just in time, blowing her out through the smoke. Don't you ever risk your life for business again. She shorts trains in years, it not by of business weekly, it for the us. Patnong 26 the Ravens. James finally fight back. He greets every prop of sin of corporation and publicity expose him his crimes. In a epic breakdown and shutdown, Jinx looks in yeah and yes. The wrote me correctly, but she wrote me laugh and that's where you lost. Police actors send you, but before being taken away, change make laugh makes too weak. Since we one day you'll see. Patnam 27 The accident weeks later just when everything's feelings normal regularity strengths again exhume and driving home from the award ceremony when her car is hit by a truck the skin grows black senses echo James rehearses to the hospital his hands saying uncredibility. The doctor says he sleeps but it and coma. Movie Patnang 28 The Waiting. Jinx spends every single day by her beside. reading her favorite books, playing their winnings songs and small music box. He tells to her like in can hear him. You once rating for the lost and now it is my turn. Montes pass his braided grows. His ears grow right but never leaves. Then one day a tear rolls down her cheek. Patnang 29, the King. Exo me slowly opens her ears, the sunlight hits her full face, and the first thing she sees the jinx smelling beside her hand. The whispering, 3 years, 5 years, you rest still her, he wakes instantly, is white. Forever means forever, he sees launching draw trees. The emperors as the monitor briefs suddenly, life returns, love sir begins. Movie skipping part 30 internal laugh. One year later, since we went exhume renew their weeks of the right time at the same bench where the promised 50 years of love. Return exalt thoughts floor pretelled as her present kiss under the sunset. Xiomi mused softly, maybe love is not about how long you promise, about now deep you give it, then replace. Then I will give in for every lifetime get. The skin faded out on West Crash Unity. The music play Sumi and Trick 3. Tuhan Cinta Salimia, husband for 3 years, love forever. The movie skip nong part nong 31 the next generation 15 years later. Sentence the skyline he chants and shows the world. Exhume and things we now live life quality outside the city while the daughter James examine studios and the later International University. Action is brilliant employment but creates a deep cushion in her heart. Can love really last forever? Or is forever just stormy? My parents be believed. One day she meets a legend and my story is new, student and confident, can meaning and down and flimmer. Movie skip nong part nong 32. The connection during the rainstorm section helps James fix his and broken camera. The tilt above for hours under the university cylinder. Since thrills her. My father used to work for a man named things way before everything's full plot full appropriate. John and phrases her father's name, but James sends the trophies, pretending not to notice her reaction. Strengths, bond, beings, and friendship mixed with encouragement and fate. Movie Patnong 33. The fraudulent link. When exams brings Jane home and dinner, things we face hardens the moment he hears Jin's last name legends. Later the that night, Jin's confessions to Exumi. He the son of Lena and Sinew, the same empress who almost destroyed their lives. Xiaomi looks at it. Maybe destiny is testing our family again. Patnam 33. Movie Patnam 33. The Hidden Truth. Meanwhile, Jihan flashed old photos of his mother, Lena, with things in her diary. She were writing. Since we was never the villain, he was the man I sold left definitively. Confidence brings crucial everything he now about his family. He realizes his present hadn't might have been blamed on this. Movie part number 35. Live love on confident. John and Jason fall in love suddenly, slowly, beautifully. But when James we discover the truth that forbids their relationship, you don't understand John. He brought previous the same hate that almost killed your mother. John shoots back. Then let me laugh differently so history does not repeat itself. She runs away, heartbroken but determined to prove her love is not a mistake. Movie part number 36. For days, James search for the daughter. Finally, he finds her in a small, crowded town, the smell bench where the once promised forever Jumi. John looks at the ocean and says, "You once loved against logic. Father, why can't?" Jason regrets fits. He realizes she has the same troubles that once changed his own life. Part number 37. The Revelation. James Bridget James we and Joy may carry on and old box. Inside are documents proving sin he washed his biological father. Lena had hidden the truth. My real father was her childhood friend. Chin you late to control her. James strengths in silence, emotional, folding his face. He finally says, "The maybe dictionary don't repair at correct it itself." Correct itself, movie partner 38, the reunion. Jihan's we believes their relationships a great celebration floats at the submission where it all beings. Exumi stands in front of her daughter, treats in her yes. I once married for the 3 years and found forever my your first and love to your last. The exams hug her present three generation and united by faith and forgiveness. Part number 39. The Regency Slater Jones becomes a successful designer like her mother, and Jason stands an foundation in memory of Lena to support children without and families. At an interview and journalist says, "The your presents love story and legacy. Do you believe in that?" And King love. Action smells. I don't just believe in the watch born from it. Part number 14. The final promise. Once later, 13 wedding anniversary. We and Joy Mary return of their branch house. Greedy there, but still in hand. As the sun eats, things whisper. 3 years becomes 30, 30 world becomes and entirely. Actually, closes her ears and the wrist, her head on his shoulders. Their daughters watching from the after with Jason beside their laugh continues and old promise. Final songs forever after 3 years play as the camera pans to the waves spelling under golden light. Text on screen, love does not flow me time, and result it's. And movie partner 40, movie partner 41 and 50. A movie skip long on the 51 partner movie partner 40 sorry 41 the a new chapter 5 years later and dream spans exons Zolin's a now international fashion designer opens her first European fashion house named Forever 3. Her husband, Legison, managed the business side. The admitted the modern things which proved that love can build it impress, but behind it the glamour Chris begins to slow distance extension the unspoken pain. Movie skip nong, part nong 42. The distance between hearts. Late one light exams works alone under the softy glows for her studio lamps. The receive a message from Jan. Another meetings tonight. Don't wait for me. The smells familiarly, but her ears filled with tears. The whispers. The what what Mema used to the sister until love becomes a routine. The echo for her present past beings to haunt her one marries. Apartment 43. The stranger, a new investor named Yexhan enters their company, smart, kind, and a silent admitter of Exxon's creativity. He often praises her vision. Your designs feel alive. Your designs with memory, not just cooler. Recently noticed a crick's groaning closures with exams and Zoli's text route. Text route the partner 44. Misunderstandings. One evening, Jason wails into exam office and seeks airbags holding her heart, trying to comfort her after she received and news of things we heartlands. But James understands he streams out rains and heartbreak clothing her mate. That night he leaves without a word. Patnam 45, the Clopas. The next morning, the news breaks. Jason Wolf has suffered a heart attack back in Shenzhen's Axon Rail's home, leaving everything behind it. At the hospital, she finds her mother accuse me holding things we heart. He whispered weakly, don't repair our mistake. Love is not about proving who's right. It's about not letting go. He was price her head. Patnam 6046 the release station after things were surgery exams returns to periods of fright position missing. He left a note, a neat time to remember who I am without anger. Exams looks out and the field tears reason down. She finally understands success means nothing without him. Patnam 47. The reunion. 6 months later, a global fashion award ceremony Tokyo exam winner win designer of the year. As she gives her experience space, she is the reward belongs the to time man who taught me that love is about perfection but and forgiveness. The crown since wells into the stains holding forever. The forgive me first, the seas clopty. Audience returns in appears the impairs. Muipatnam 48, the returns home the returns a sentence with their now brand show since examine me and the jeans we hold their returns for time jeans legends weekly. Now the story begins again, but with a happy start. That night, exams me tells her daughters. Promise me with life gets heavy clothes, have love, not pride. Exams notes suddenly holding this unheld. Movie skip now. Movie skip now 49 The Storms. Years later, Italy strikes again. A corporate bacterial inside their ceremony, the returns of dynasty, everything's the breed, a trusted Partners stage their reasons and the feelings for ownership. Instead of fretting their exhaustion remembers her father works. She was held his hand during the press confidence and yes, he stands that together will represent it together. The public reels apprehended them, their honesty wins more the empire. Its wins break trust. Movie skip number 50. Movie skip number 50. The Circle Forever. On the 50th anniversary of the this range, Jihanji with we and Jack's men's wedding, the royal family greeters at the Samokian shore, the place where in all the beings, since we now older and smelling like lights left his glass and escaped. Once love was corrected, then embrace become promised. Now it is agency. The camera pans across the three generations. We join me, John and late Jan raining the water. At the sun exits the exhaust whisper. Their years through as love. 50 years approve it. The final theme song, Indians Years of You, plays softly. The text on screen, love is not ministered by time, it is the ministered by the how many lifetimes you would source the same person again. The movie skip long 51 51 The Year of Forever. 20 years later, Zihan Lee, now 25, returns of seasons after suddenly abroad. He inherits his mother, exon creativity, and his father, Jisan Fire. Everyone calls him the new Zins, but Zins films empty inside. He tells his grandmother, "Exhume me now very old." Everyone expects me to continue their loved story, but what if don't believe in forever? Exhume me smells infinitely. Then where your one kind of forever, my boy. Partner 52, the girl with the camera. During the design event, this Jihan meets me, Lin, a young documentary filmmaker. She bold spots and the crucian everything's the completely obsessed of the create nature. She asks him, "Our final story sounds perfect, but was it real?" Jihan replies, "Real enough to serve everything the smells." Then maybe I am film your version of reality. Those beings a friendship filled with fire and later. Movie Subnong Part Nong 53 The Hidden Diary. Jian discover an old diary written by his grandfather. Jian we inside a stunning line characters his years. Dream was a fraud year one no one never know. Jian becomes obsessed what legends we men. With their secret behind the 3 years contract, the students it ill. It all he distance the find out no matter the cost. Movie skip nung 54. The secret letter with me Ellen's help and Jean travels to an old villa near Hangrungs where the things we once stands the friend is related the envelope hidden inside a piano. It reads, "If love ends, let in end with Trant." Inside are old photographs since we read and the unknown woman from years ago. The mysteries defense. Part number 55. The Rift. When Jihan tells his mother Akjan about the photos, she breaks down. Those were drug trims. Then your grandfather tried to save someone who irritated him first. She begs him to stop digging. Some trust don't heal the hand. But James cannot stop now. He needs to now. Every if a shatters the legacy. Movie script number 56. The revelation Jihan discovered that the unknown woman was Queen your sister, so secretly solved things we in life during the ceremony far distance ago. Out of great reason we helped for the blessing and protect her child. Jihan whispers so the family hided one shift hours. Men replace softly. Maybe that what forever real means for forgiveness through generations. Patnam 57 the fail. The media distribution enter in bestronization and the twists the story actions the family for healing crimes of the past. They leave against empire fresh publish Blacklash and the actions and the project to stop down temporarily. Jihan fears the entire windings of the family on these shoulders. But me, since the beside him, saying, your story is not ending, it's just writing itself. Part 58 The Fight for Legacy. Jihan calls the press conference just like his grandfather once child. Wanted and standing the tell the my family was never perfect, but we loved honesty and that our truth. He plays me in this documentary showing three generations of the struggle and the rebate. The world finances them as human, not and maestries. Appears repairs the legacy and Suami Untuk Tiga Tahun lives again. Reborn through truth. Part 59 The Confession. After the storms march, the confessions to my alien. You come to flame my family, but you capture my heart instead. The lens through tear. Don't the man you finally believe in forever he smells. Only if the with you. Part now 60 the legacy continues. 5 years later, the Janjami will lean visit the Sam Pians where all beginnings where Jians we and the Jumi once met their first promise. The always crash softly Jihan at the horizon and yes. 3 years credit the story credit into a legend, but now it's our turn. The Chris under the golden sky and me with voice and natural finally. Love is never about years, yet about the deeply used choice and the same soul again and again. Final themes place the 4 years takes on his skin, 3 years and 3 generation one forever. And movie skip non for movie 61 and 70. Movie skip non 61 the new beginnings. Movie skip non 61 the new beings 5 years later. Jihan and me Lin and now married. The return the forever foundation of organization that and evaluates love stories from the past and teaches the new generation that love whisper a discount chance. And the have a little daughters alone with yes carry and some letters. The economy is one night listens and she softly. She creates 3 generations and promise in her smell. For Lynn smells breaks, then let's teach her what forever and truly means. Movie skip nong. Movie skip 62. The digital shutdowns. The year is 2035. And digital memorials have becomes part of everyday life. Jian brings a new project collected the memory crypt, a system that allows people to relive and interact with memories of their lost loved ones. But one night, while testing the system, my story's voice echo from the data. Giants we never did. Giants forgets the voice silence like his grandfather's. Part 63. Ghost in the court. Ngan replaced the crowded memory. His of flicker an imagination with his grandfather speaking into the camera. If you smell saying the my blood still creates unfinished love, many may whisper it's like has stealing to the through time jeans and cleanses his prestige. Then I will finish what he could not. Part 64. The hidden program. Gen later layers that Gens we once development and unfinished and appropriate collected for the forever algorithm. A secret AI project and a cold simulate and confidence draw. Stored memorials. The brought member within him. Playing with memorials is playing with goat. Jian answer the quickly. Then let love be our goat. He begins describing the grandfather's springs are aware that the program might when something is real. But now 65, the reunion behind the time. Late at night, then agreements the system, the screen flatters and the 3 years. These are we older, but I live in digital form. Jihan, we, who are you? Jihan, you are great son. Jihan Ui, smelling that the story did not die. For the first time, two generations speak behind the limits of time. Sky the tale about love's loss and exhume final letters. Jian spelled the tearfully, you bleed forever, I am just leaving it. Then we replace, then you already once behind it. Movie skip 66. The culprits suddenly the storms begin the crashed the data is overloading Jason's violence MS stands and dismolling. Jihan suggests no place, don't despair again. Jihan we friending voice repeats, do not hold into the quote hold into on the fling. And with that skin grows black, seasons calls the ground uncrushed but smelling infinity. Movie skip part 67. The child of Tomiru. Mother's Montex letters in lie and their daughters playing in her father live. She throws in old holographics and wrote and suddenly it light up her grandfather a voice. Hello, little one, I am your story. Me Elaine waxes in a trace. The forever algorithm was somehow processed in itself, though Leon Grazik's code. The legacy continues. Part 68. The promise reborn. As Leon grows strong, the things happen. She is dreams of bliss. She is never been people she is never met. Once night she tells her mother. Greaters stays the walking remembers. She releases the memories of the past hour reborn into us together. The algorithm has merged with human memory. The line between technology and love is gone. Part 69. The final message before his death, Jian records one last video for the lion. My little one, you are the bridge between yesterday and tomorrow. Don't search forever, be forever. Years later, Elias grows up to the continues her father work, expanding the memory crypt across the world. He project tagline, their years 3 years, 3 generations, once forever. Footnote 17. The internal horizon. In the final scenes, only one wills the summons where Jihan's Ju Mi, Jihan and Jihan wants stones. The she was grows under the sunrise digital projects of her secrets appears around her smiling watching. She was saying, you well lived, you laugh, now it's my turn. Eh, As she wells into the light, the skin fades to right, and a final line appears. Love is not born by time, it is time had rose before love. Final songs behind it forever, plays softly in the background. Movie part number 71, The Egg of Memory. The year is the year is 250. Lian is now 25 ethics visionary lending the memory crypt global of organization connected billions of people draw digital remembers yet deep inside the fields in the fields lonely. Everyone remembers of the but no one's felt and anymore she whispers. One day the she meets of me, my stories engineers Rain Kai who joins her team with hidden agenda. 15 Pratnam 72. The crowded stronger. Rain is a clean, brave, brilliant, and stolen filmer. He designs a new ship called Heart, capable of recording emotions directly from the human souls. During testing the updates, resting only to the heartbeat. Rain restrains the heart and the sea. Is the seems Eudenia creates something someone. A leaking feels strongful as if so now him across lifetime. Movie script number 75, 73. The a cooking late one night while working on the system annexes flings of old memories and we then the excuse me women lay appears in her dreams into one love vision. Her father James Gray strengths the he was retended by thoughts, but is not you know him. She keeps up and terminating realization that rain guys accents might to be tried or her family stay internal roll off. Movie script number 74. The algorithm of love and discover that rain creates a piece of her grandmother the hands we natural could and remained from the forever algorithm project. That means rain cry is not fully human. He part AI, part memory born from the code of love that things we left behind it. Rain confidence. I don't know who I am, but very every time I see you, I feel like I waited and can't reach. Part now 75. The Freudian continue connection lie beyond real ki fall deeply in love, abandoned beyond love in missing. But the world calls and forbidden. The government wants to salt down the memory exhibit training the caring artificial souls. Lie and stands before the world, directing love does not belong to the biology or could it brilliance to the heart. And the credit grows silence, the reality of the emotional has a baking. Part now 76. The culprits of reality. Range extends behind the destabilizing his court firmness, creating him to the fleet in and out of reality. He tells alien, if despair promise me, don't let me remember me. Alien replaces with tears. Forever does not end the just sense from. Movie script wrong 77 the last upload as Rin, the key system culprits. Regun accident distance the mailings the remains confidence into her one's natural net. Their minds connected the from a moment she plays everything he experiences love, pain, joy and loss. Yet the memories she releases rain is sky, souls was links, Wasiku, Ribron, Row and algorithm. The first love is not our family. Behind it, there is its way back. Muipatong 78, the world's records. The world's react, the world uh, divides some worship and as the keeper of forever. Awards fear her is a symbol of the missing love, but is reproach the bee we enter. She is creates a new love, the code of hearts. Along humans and AI, the share emotional data fairly. Her space move they are related. We are all credited by memory, but the exchange becomes of love. Patnam 79, the internal memory years later and grace old before the sites the she uploads the her country confidence into the active next to rain kai. Now the exist together now souls one heartbeat be beyond the time. The system whispers softly, welcome home, lion, welcome back in rain kai. And the forever algorithm finally completes its circle. Patnang 80. The light behind it forever continues later. The world has elevated into and agree when emotional energy and memory shapes reality. In credit digital garden to crawling Freudia's wheels hand in hand, a lent a lie and ray kai abrupt them voice echo from entirely Zihan Jihan me I al watching with pride. Elian looks at the horizon and yes. It looks 3 years to fill in the laugh, a lifetime to understand in the forever and forever of like life it. The camera plans up to their distance. One seems bright, the last rest spread like a heart. Final theme forever it time is not us. And movie skip now 89 81 and 89 90 skip the movie the years 220 years the transparent cities float above oxygen AI groups in interference and the memory networks conflict mind the crypt forever created by Leon countries ago has ground into the global continuous every human born has across the emotional love stories, the wisdom previous generation, a young girl's Nova wells up into the world feeling heartbreak that is not organization. Patnong's beat 82, the legacy case. Nova is direct distance the was my rain kai, the felt the strands full the memory garden and digital walls felt the growing spirit of the across the trees the John we teaching coverage we may warming the about a fitness they may the smelling holdings little and the glowing presence rekai half human half memory. Movie script 13.8 the first choice Nova material AI Oaks Wonder. You can manage completely with the edit but will leave the physical world forever. The Nova's looks and real sky outside the floating city and the digital garden inside the hides forever the end for exchange the feeling. Partner need for the echoes of the love past, the love express the memory garden, the echoes dream in the echoes the sea softly. Your actors love a painting world, but the future will do only survive if the source to live with the not just remember it. The suddenly understands the advice is not about the premise memory is not about the continue the memory in generation and love in every generation. Bhumipatnam 85, the Solar Street, under the rowing AI named Arba emits is named to rewrite the great fall floor control. Ambra winters the needs human emotion and the replace it with logic. The world face place Nova tense and you cannot delete it what the internet love is being logic. See beings digital little camping the power of the rip them with their human emotionals.